Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. You know, I was sitting in my favorite chair the other day, flipping through the channels like I always do after lunch when I came across the news and just about spilled my coffee. Kate Mansi is leaving General Hospital. Can you believe it? The whole fan community is still buzzing about it, and I'll tell you, it really caught me by surprise. I've been watching General Hospital for more years than I care to count. It's been like an old friend keeping me company through the good times and the bad. So when I heard that Kate decided not to renew her contract as Christina Corinthos, my heart sank a little. She only joined the show back in May of 2023, stepping into some pretty big shoes after Lexi Ainsworth had played the role since 2009. But you know what? Kate came in and made that character her own. She brought so much heart and fire to Christina, and it didn't take long for folks to warm up to her. She even won a Daytime Emmy for her work, and let me tell you, she earned every bit of it. I remember thinking at the time how fresh and real she felt on screen. Christina's always been a complicated character, strong but vulnerable, full of passion and family loyalty, and Kate played her beautifully. The fans adored her. You could see it in all the comments and the way people talked about the show. She had that special something that made you care about what happened to her character week after week. That's why the news hit so many of us hard. Nobody expected her to leave so soon. When she spoke about it on Soap Steph's Soap Dish, she was honest and gracious. She said the decision was hers and it wasn't easy. The main reason was all the traveling. Her husband, Matt McInnes, is a producer working on a big television project overseas right now. All that flying back and forth between California and wherever he was filming was wearing her down. I can understand that completely. Marriage and family have to come first sometimes. I've been married long enough to know that when your partner needs you, you make the tough calls. Still, it makes me a bit sad. General Hospital has been part of my daily routine for decades, and losing an actress like Kate feels like saying goodbye to family. She brought energy and emotion to Port Charles that I really enjoyed, but at the same time, I'm genuinely happy for her. Life's too short to be exhausted from constant travel and long hours on set. Now she'll have more time to focus on the new projects she's excited about and, more importantly, to be with her husband without all that stress. You know what they say in this country, home is where the heart is? Kate seems to be listening to her heart right now, and I respect her for that. She gave us some wonderful moments as Christina, and I'll miss seeing her on those afternoons in Port Charles. But I have a good feeling about what's coming next for her. She's talented, she's got that spark, and I believe bigger and better things are waiting for her. So here's to Kate Mansi. Thank you for the stories you told on General Hospital. We'll be keeping an eye out for whatever you do next, and we're wishing you all the happiness in the world. The show will go on like it always does, but it won't be quite the same without you. You know, I was sitting there thinking about General Hospital again the other day when more news about Kate Mansi came out, and it really got me reflecting on her whole time with the show. She spoke so warmly about it, saying her years on General Hospital were truly meaningful and calling it an unforgettable journey. I could hear the genuine feeling in her words. She also mentioned that this feels like the perfect time for both Christina and herself to step into new adventures. That kind of honest, hopeful way of looking at things really touched me. I've been following this storyline closely, and I respect her so much for how she's handled everything. She made the decision herself not to renew her 3-year contract, mainly because of all the traveling back and forth. Her husband, Matt McInnes, is busy producing a big television series overseas, and trying to balance that with life on the set in California was just getting too hard. Family comes first. That's something I've always believed in, and I'm glad she's choosing that path. What made me feel better about the whole situation was hearing from Frank Valentini, the executive producer of General Hospital. He came out and said the show fully supports Kate's decision and that the door will always stay wide open for her if she ever wants to return. Now, that's the kind of class I like to see. In a tough business like this, it's nice when people part ways with respect and kindness. It shows what a good place General Hospital really is. Of course, this means they'll be writing Christina out of the current storylines for now, and they haven't picked anyone to replace her yet. I wonder how that's going to feel on screen. But the good news is we haven't seen the last of Kate just yet. She wrapped up her final scenes back in April, so we lucky fans will still get to enjoy her performances on our screens until around June. I plan to savor every last episode she's in. Let me tell you, Kate Mansi isn't new to this world. She actually started building her career in daytime television on Days of Our Lives, where she played Abigail Devereaux Demera from 2011 to 2016. After taking a couple of years off, she came back to the same role from 2018 to 2020. That shows how dedicated and talented she is. When she joined General Hospital in May 2023, replacing Lexi Ainsworth, who had played Christina since 2009, I wasn't sure what to expect. But Kate brought her own special spark to the character. She made Christina feel alive, passionate, and real, and she even won a Daytime Emmy for her work. That's no small thing. I'll be honest with you, it makes me a little sad to see her go so soon. General Hospital has been part of my afternoons for a long, long time, and good actors like Kate become like family. You get used to seeing their faces and following their stories, but at the same time, I'm really happy for her. She's choosing a life that lets her spend more time with her husband and chase new dreams without all that exhausting travel. Life's too short to keep running yourself ragged. I keep thinking about how she called it an unforgettable journey. That's exactly what good television should be, something that stays with you. Kate gave us plenty of those moments. Whether it was the dramatic scenes or the quieter, more emotional ones, she always delivered. I have a strong feeling we'll be seeing her again somewhere soon, shining in whatever new project she takes on. So here's to Kate Mansi. Thank you for bringing Christina to life and for all the heart you poured into the show. We're going to miss you in Port Charles, but we're cheering you on as you start this next chapter. Take care, enjoy your time with family, and know that a lot of us older fans will be keeping an eye out for your next adventure. The show will keep going like it always does, but it sure won't feel quite the same without you for a while. God bless you, Kate. You know, one thing that really stands out to me is how accomplished Kate Mansi already is. While she was working on Days of Our Lives, she won 2 Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress. That's no small feat, let me tell you. It shows just how much talent and dedication she brings to every role she takes on. I think that's why so many of us grew to love her so quickly when she joined General Hospital. Now, there's some interesting news floating around from the set. According to a few leaked spoilers, Christina is supposed to receive some very important news on Tuesday, May 26th. I can't help but wonder if this is the beginning of her big exit storyline. You know how these soaps are, they love to build things up and give us something emotional to remember. I guess we'll all just have to tune in and see how it unfolds. These cliffhangers sure keep us coming back, don't they? Whatever happens on screen, I know one thing for sure, a lot of us fans are feeling pretty sad about Kate leaving. We're truly going to miss seeing her as Christina every week. She brought such warmth, strength, and real emotion to the character that it felt like she belonged in Port Charles. It's never easy saying goodbye to someone who's done such a fine job. Still, at the end of the day, I'm happy for her. I hope with all my heart that Kate makes all the right choices for her future, ones that bring her peace, joy, and more time with her husband. Life is short, and it's important to follow what feels right for you and your family. She deserves every good thing coming her way. To all the fans out there who loved her like I did, I feel the same way you do. We're going to miss Kate Mansi very much. She left a real impression on General Hospital during her time there, and I have no doubt we'll see her shining again somewhere soon. So here's a heartfelt thank you from this old viewer, Kate. You did wonderful work, you made us care, and you'll always have a special place in our afternoon watching routine. Take good care of yourself, enjoy this new chapter, and know that a whole bunch of us are wishing you nothing but the best. God bless you, dear. We'll be rooting for you always.